Hi everybody, welcome back to Sky Factory 3 episode 30 with me, Sid, and this is the first episode I've recorded since I got back from Greece. So yeah, get back. I'm back, relaxed, not as relaxed as I would have liked to be. The weather in Greece was not as good as I have come to expect. Just getting this thing going here. I'm going to continue with a little bit of Britannia today and a few other projects. So last episode we did this. There was a few comments saying why didn't I just use the, hang on, let me get the thing. Is it refined? No, at refined, isn't it? Why didn't I use the, I can't find you, network transmitter, network receiver, and I could have done. They do consume quite a bit of power though, so while I can run cables, I probably will do. Yeah, anyway. So we got that going, we got the living wood, we got that all going. What I would like to do is look at some early mana generation, and because obviously this is working okay-ish, and these are going doing the work, and that's doing its thing. I wanted to automate this, and yes, everybody pointed out vascular disabled pipes going into these, and you're absolutely right, I completely forgot. But there is a way around it. But to do that, we're going to need to make a few things. Oh, the other thing, let's just run down to chickens while we're at it. We have now got all of the chickens. Little slime chicken here, he's doing the job. Blue slime chicken, I should say. So we have got all of those, almost. They're not quite full, but you know, there we go. And this lot here is redundant to a degree. I'm probably going to set up a set of 5 chicken nostos. I want cakes. Ultimately, I want to run my Britannia off cake, and this guy, of course, lays cakes. So yeah, handy little fella to know, really. Yeah. What else? Well, I suppose we should. Let's just eat something. Let's jump back up to storage, and let's go and have a look in here. I did a bit of work and upgrading and stuff in the background. I've upgraded my cake storage to contain, I think it's 1600 cakes, something stupid like that. And right. So we need to start off with a runic altar, I believe. I think that's going to be what we need. For that, we're going to need a mana pearl. For that, we're going to need an ender pearl. Okay, you mean ender pearl? Ender pearl. I'll get some ender pearls. I think that's probably a better way of doing things. You'll notice the torches have gone as well. I've gone around with, I don't know, there you go, painted glowstone, and replaced the torches wherever possible. And yeah, so that's done. Storage, thank you. Right. So runic altar we need. Rune. Nick, thank you. Make me one of those. Thank you very much. You can have those. Make me a mana spreader, because we're going to want one of those. Well, I've not got any petals on me. Well, it's not going to be in there, is it? That's obvious. Damn. Hang on. Let me just get back up here, grab this lot needs to go back into the system, but what I'm thinking now, I've got the cables running, well, I've got a cable running up there, is I may put in some more access points for the crafting and the likes. Give me one of those and make me one of those. That's all good and fine and dandy. Yeah, you can have that. Right, so we've got mana spreader, we've got that. Let me jump back over here. You also notice, if you're looking around, I've started to flare out the tree trunk. I'm looking to break that out a little bit now. Okay. Right, so we've got runic altar, temporary location. We've got mana spreader. and then we've got Wander the Forest in bind mode. Bang, bang. There we go. All good. Okay, and get you out of bind mode again. Right, so I need to make a Rod of the Seas. That's the item I'm after. A Rod of the Seas and actually a mana tablet, but we'll come back to the mana tablet. Rod of the Seas is fairly straightforward. Water bottle, rune of water. For that we're going to need some bits and pieces. We also need mana powder and mana steel. Mana powder we can make a number of ways. I'm going to probably go with gunpowder because we've got a reasonable amount of it. Let me just make a quarter stack, shall we? But you can do it with glowstone and endstone, all sorts of, not redstone, the whole selection of things. We need some mana steel. Just give me a quarter stack of that. I need reeds. No cane, isn't it? Give me a couple of those. What else was it? I can't remember. Have a look. Water. Water, rune of water. Bone meal and a fishing rod. Okay, so we're going to need some bony meal. A couple of those and a couple of fishing rods. That's going to be some sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and some string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that should be everything. Oh, we're also going to need living wood. Get some of those going on the thing. Oh, not living wood, living rock. Rock. 1, 2. So that should allow us then to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if we get this down here. So yeah, early doors, just getting the Petal Pocket 3 as automatic as possible. I don't know whether I want to keep it there. I mean, it doesn't have to stay there, it can go anywhere now, because we don't need the space underneath, or a great deal of space underneath, so I may move that. Let me go in here, and we're going to go 1 and then just right click with an empty hand. That'll start it over again. Okay, so we just got to finish that off, and yeah, that'll be things. Again, most of these items are going to move. I'm going to automate the runiculture. Not using my own design, I'm using a design I've used before, so that's not a biggie. Anyway, so holiday, let me tell you about it. So Greece, Crete, absolutely beautiful place, as usual. I am a huge fan of Greece. I love Greece. It's one of those places that I can just go back to over and over. There's something about the rugged countryside combined with the we got what? Right, get me a bottle, thank you. I need some water. Have I not got any water source blocks anywhere? I can't believe I had some. I know I had some, but yeah. Alright, we'll fix that with an egg if we've got one. No, we haven't. Okay. Yeah, so I'm a huge fan of I love Greece. It's one of those locations that I can actually let me just check something a second. Sorry, I know I'm getting distracted, but that's me. Yeah. If you know me, that's me. Yeah, okay, not a great deal of, no. Okay, we'll do it the other way. Eggy. It is such a desolate and rugged coastline. It's one of those places that you just to me, it's just you fall in love with it, or straight off the bat. You know, there's no problems whatsoever with it. It's just such an amazingly gorgeous place. I mean, it's very rugged and very dry, but to me that is part of the attraction. Let me get some living wood. Hotel was fine, a little smaller than we normally go to, but you know, it's as many people are prone to say, sizes and everything. Get one of those. What are the C's? Thank you very much. Okay, and then I want to let me just jump down. But yeah, hotel was nice. Really, well, I mean, damn it. Room was nice. The only thing that spoilt it for me was the weather. The weather was not where I would like the weather to be, shall we say. It was one of those, yeah, it was alright, but wasn't perfect. Give me one of those, thank you very much. Oh, and then we need a, is it a mechanical user? No, mechanical user. Mechanical, right, one of those. Okay, make me a dropper. Make me a lever. Make me a mechanical user. And that should do the trick. Yeah, so we had, I mean, it's a real first world problem. You know, we were in Greece, the food was gorgeous, everything was lovely, but we had a couple of days of poor weather. I'm going to do this here actually. And we'll chop you out there. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll pop that down there just temporarily. Yeah, it was the weather was not good for 3 days, and as I say, it's a first world problem. It's, you know, oh dear, the weather wasn't very good. Yeah, but you're in a really nice place. What a shame. Okay, we need to, let me just use item on, activate block with item, and it is right click, and it is upper left slot only, and it's always on. Redstone on, redstone off, redstone pulls always on. That's set. Okay, and then we're going to grab you. Oh, I already had got mechanical use. Okay, doesn't matter, does not matter. There is always plenty of ways. I can always use those again. So yeah, it was a little bit disappointing in that respect, but you know, it was a good holiday. It was relaxing. We got all the rest and relaxation we wanted, and you can't really ask for more than that. So there you go. When it was hot, and let me just get that to about there. Let me not drain it completely, and then we'll just pop in underneath. Because we got the flight, we can just pop in underneath to do this as and when we require it, and that should, all things being equal, have worked. Yay, we've got automatic flowers now. So yeah, on the whole, it was one of those kind of bit of a mixed bag in that respect. But yeah, it was our wedding anniversary, so we went out to Greece. I think on the whole, again, I probably preferred Santorini. Crete was very nice. We are sun worshippers anyway. We don't do the you know, staying in, going around visiting places. I did actually with Crete. I think if we ever go again, I will visit the Palace of Knossos, but or Knossos or Kos, however you pronounce it. The Palace of King Minos of Crete and his legendary problems. Right, I need a couple more ender flames. Oh, actually, I need 4 more ender flames. So we're going to need 8 brown, 4 grey, 4 red. 1, that's 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2. Was it grey? Was it grey or light grey? Light grey. 1, 2. I think that should work. One of the great classics, isn't it? The legend of King Minos of Crete and the Minotaur and all of the great things that go with it. And it's an area that I've actually long had a fascination with, but unfortunately I didn't get. Well, it wasn't the case I didn't get a chance. I just couldn't be bothered. I know I'm terrible, but there you go. Okay, and we should be able to just Yay, it's working. And that will give us 4 of those. 1, 2, oops, 2, 3, and 4. So yeah, that gives us 8 to power this thing, which is better. This is not permanent, by the way. Now the other thing I want is I want a hopper hock. Hopper hock, please. So we need a redstone root, a rune of air. So we're going to need to do string, feather, and carpet. Ooh. Hang on. But yeah, it was good. I think, you know, it was definitely a good and relaxing holiday. String, I need a feather, don't I? Where am I going to find a feather? Probably in with the other 2,000 other feathers we've got. We need one of them, we need one of them, and we need some living rock. It helps if you can spell. So yeah, that was it's been I would say a good holiday. It's one of the if I was to rate it out of 10, it was probably, you know, a 7 or 8. I've had better, but as I say, the only thing that really spoilt it for me was the weather, and I can't really blame anybody for that. That's just the way it works. Yeah. The irony, of course, is we went to Greece the week of the one of the hottest heat waves in England for a long time, so we left the weather behind, which was a bit down. But there you go. Anyway, so we're going to make these. We're going to get this thing going, and for that we want the, what else do we need? We need a redstone root, don't we? Okay, get me a bit of bone meal. Give me some shears. Give me some flint then. Flint. 1, 2. Thank you. These will do. Up, 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 up. I'll do the lot. Why not? And I'll leave those. That corn kernel, okay. That can go in there. This lot wants to go in here. No, it doesn't. This lot wants to go with redstone, doesn't it? That's right. I think it's just that and that, if I remember. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we've got a redstone root. We've got a rune of air. Hopper hock. Hopper. I'm going to need more bone meal actually. So I just realised something. I need 2 grey and 2 light grey. Grey, light grey. Ba-bam. Okay, that should do it. Oh, and a seed. Seed. Thank you. So we've got you, bang. That's the hopper hock done. Now the next thing we're going to need, a bit more bone meal. And let's just go mad. And get that lot. So yeah, it was a good holiday. I haven't got anything now until September, so you stuck with me for a while. Okay, get rid of that lot and that for now, and we need to get some of, I think it is this one. Yeah, we'll do the lot, doesn't matter. We've got plenty of mana. And we shall also get rid of you. No, I said get rid. Okay, because I want to make a floating hopper hock, and to make a floating hopper hock we need to, you're not going to give me the recipe for that. Okay, floating. So we need to make that. We've got pasture seeds, we need a glimmering flower, and that is 2 glowstone and a flower. Doesn't really matter which one it is, so we'll grab, what have we got the most of that and you don't use a lot of? Yeah, lime actually is pretty good if I remember rightly. And then we need a piece of dirt. Just the one will do. And where's my crafting paddle? So yeah, it's been a good holiday. Well, long story short, or short story long, So we'll have one of them. We'll stick you in there. We're going to pop that on there. That gives me a floating hopper hock. That's all good. The next thing we are going to need is we're going to need living wood, aren't we? Because I want to make a, if I use the living wood planks, I want to make an open crate. So 4, that's going to give me 8 of those. That's going to make us an open crate like so. We're going to place the, right, what do I need to do? Let me have a look. Let's pop this here, and then we'll stick the open crate on top, and we're going to break that. And if anything wants to burn that, there you go, it can, because I'm feeling generous. Right, and then the other thing we want is a hopper. Have I got? Oh, I've got some good. And we're going to place the hopper. Oops, give me that back. We're going to place you next to that, so that's going to pick anything up in the area around it. The only problem is that is going to be a pain, but yeah, well, we can work with that. In fact, if I get have I got a crafting frame? Not a crafting frame, a frame, item frame. All right, let me go and grab that. Not storage, thank you. Frame, bang, one of those. Give me a block of coal. 64 of those plus 1, thank you. Back to Britannia, and we can go up here. So with the hopper hook, if you place an item frame on the inventory the hopper hook is supplying with the block that you want it to supply in there, it won't pick up other blocks. So for example, if I chuck that on the floor, they'll just sit there. If I chuck these on the floor, however, it's going to start doing that. And we should have 8 of these running, which is going to be pretty swift. Let's have a look. So yeah, I mean, you know, 8 of these running. Now these will never despawn because the hopper hop will just keep picking them up and dropping them around. So that's fine for the time being. Okay, let me just take a little break, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so there's several bits and pieces that have been suggested that I want to do. First things first, I'm not even going to bother using the wand, we'll just head over to here. The Cursed Earth Farm. I need to just turn off the fan a second. And Searai came up with a very interesting suggestion for the Cursed Earth Farm, or for the mob farm, I should say, to level up this thing. And the suggestion was very, very simple. Mechanical user hitting mobs in here. So we're going to take you out, and that's fine. That's gone into, we know where that's gone. So, and we're going to pop you in there. We're going to do a place block. It's a general, it's use. I think it's going to be a generic click, and it's going to be a left click in the upper slot only. And if we walk over here, always on. No. Place block, no. Use item, no. Use item, no. Entity, I don't think that's going to be it, is it? Oh, yes it was. Okay, so with that in place, what we should be able to do now is turn that on for off for a few moments, just let it run. We're going to have to repair it. Oh, that's a thought. We also need to turn that fan back on, don't we? We'll just let them. It's going to take a while, But that will allow us to level that up while we're building some reserves of blah, blah, stuff, things. Mana, that's the word I'm looking for. So I'm going to run this for a while to level that up. We also need to do some work on the manual arrow. Oh damn, there's a... Hi. 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 Fooled you. Okay, and... Hello. Ow. Oh crap. Oh damn. Right. Okay. Yeah, let me work on this a little bit and I'll be back in a while. Alright, so that's just doing its thing. There's a few little bits and pieces I've been wanting to do and meaning to get onto. So, one thing, let me have a look. How are we for nether? Well, I wanted nether brick. Nether brick we're going to get from nether there, which we ain't got. It's only nether rack. Nether rack we can get through sticking redstone in lava. Well, that's easy enough, I suppose. Let's go and get a stack of that for starters. In fact, while I'm doing it, I also want to get a stack of that because I also want endstone. There's several things that I've wanted to... Oh dear, how are we going to handle this one? Let me grab... Have I got a bucket? Oh yeah, I've got one there, look. Okay, yeah. So we'll take you out and we'll pop you... Oops. What the hell? That's lava. Alright. Do it that way then, fine. I don't care. Yeah. So there's lava. We can do... I could have obviously let it do itself, but this works fine. So we'll get a load in the netherrack and get that process to make nether brick. And we also need to do end stone for something else I want to work on. And I've got a few other bits and pieces in my inventory. So we've got that going. The other one is this for end stone. So I'm going to just get those done. I've made some coal seeds. I'm kind of all over the shop today. Not used to this this recording malarkey. Had a week out. But yeah, so we're going to get that together. I'm going to plant the coal seeds just because you can never. It doesn't really matter. Again, once these things are running and automated, they can run all day because they're not going to fill up the things that will got void upgrades. So once they're full, they'll just start voiding stuff. Not a big problem. But we probably want to automate some of this process, and I suppose we could. How would we? I mean, we got absolute 332,000 buckets of lava in there, so it's not a major issue. We just need to come up maybe with a way to move some of this lava around, maybe even store it. I don't know. Okay, we got that. We can place the water back. Everything's happy. Oh, we got a little bit of obsidian for our troubles. Right, so over here, we need to go and cook that because we want nether brick. I don't think there's any way to get nether brick any more effectively. No, I wanted you can cook it, we can stick it in an alloy smelter, sag mill. Yeah, okay. But yeah, we could go to the nether and mine a nether fortress. That would have been another way of doing it. But yeah, we need to pop down to power and we'll get that cooked. You are in all smelting, so that's fine. Now, while that is doing that, I've got my little paddle on me, haven't I, somewhere? There we go. We'll pop this in. So I think, if I remember rightly, it's 3 epic bacon, another star, 4 of these supremium essence, which we got from killing the wither, and a infusion crystal gives us the master infusion crystal, which means we don't have to worry about the durability of that running out. That's one thing we wanted. Now, the other thing I needed was... Let me just get that out. I think we need to sag mill that. No? Let me have a look. No, we crush it with a hammer, that's right. So I should have... Have I not got just a hammer? I don't even know I can use that on this, can I? Hang on, let's have a look. Yeah, I know, we'll compress it. That will work. No? Is it full? There we go. No. Alright, what are you doing? What is happening with this? Alright, we're going to have to hammer it then. Not a problem. I'll sort that and be back in a moment. Alright, so with that in mind, we can now, I've got the crushed endstone. We can go and grab, we'll compress it for starters, which is going to leave us 1 shy, but yeah, we'll live with that. And then the uses for that are with a iron sieve, there's a 7%, 7 times 3, yeah, forget that. Diamond, it is 7 times 7, string is nothing really worthwhile, and iron mesh is, yeah, so we're going to go with diamond, obviously, which is there, and we'll get that. You know, what I'm after is draconium, or is the draconium dust, and that's going to take a few moments to do. Now, while that is doing that, have I got any lava? No, I haven't. Okay, that's fine. Let's leave that doing that a second. Let's jump back up to the forge, and we are going to I need to just double check something back in a mo. Alright, I don't know if this gets used up, but apparently demon metal is almost as good as manulin, which we got on the arrows. The problem with this is apparently the manulin can actually break the unbreakable, because of the way it works. That's not a good, this is not a good place to do this. I need a safer place, which I have got no idea. I'm just trying to think. There are limitations to what you can do in and around trees. Sure, shall we go up here? I suppose we should. This is probably the best place to do it, but apparently this is added by extra utilities, and you basically do this, and then you throw a gold ingot into it. Oh, and it doesn't use it up. Excellent. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Let me just pick that back up again quickly. If that's all it is, then that is going to make life a lot easier, isn't it? I think. Let me grab a bit more gold. I'll make some more demon metal, and I'll be back in a mo. Alright, first things first, bow's broke. It's very slow going, but at least, you know, it's cheap. It's easier than me going around hitting them with it. I got the demon metal, and we should have somewhere kicking around a arrowhead cast, so we should be good, I think. Well, we may need to actually level this up before we can do it, but that's, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Let me get those cooking. We'll leave that down here because I don't think I need it for much of anything else. That enchantment table will become apparent later. Let us, while that is cooking, just run down here, check. We should have that. We can take you out because you're done. We can jump down here, and 2 more. We use that to, I think we just smelt that, don't we? Yeah, but that should possibly, I mean, that is really... Oh, shulker pearls. Okay, what do you use those for then? Pearl block, blah blah. Making a dragon egg. Okay. Mostly for decoration. Alright, I've no idea. It's a thing. Right, let's stick that in there. They will cook. There's 2 more, and if I now jump up to the storage and look at the disenchanter, this is something I love mods that add something that allows me to disenchant. There we go, a draconic core. Now unfortunately this is the only one that does that. Is thing we need a couple of enchanted books. That's the only thing left to do. We can just pop that down. If I go and make a couple of books, got one. Can I get one more? Can I make a book, please? Yes. And then we can. Oh, we need lapis 1.10. Duh. I'm terrible when it comes to this. Okay, we'll have a protection 1, and we'll have a civ efficiency. Actually, we could do that quest, couldn't we? Right. Oh, I need that. Give me. Doesn't matter. We'll do the civ efficiency later. This is more important to me, I think. 1 and a 2. There's our disenchanter. If we pop that there, we should be. I'm going to need more books. I need to come up with a more solid paper facility, don't I? I think that's definite. Well, reed farm of some description. But I thought we've got feather falling 4 there. Now some of these have got that's soulbound on it. For example, that's protection 3. That one's got protection 2 on unbreaking. That's protection 3. That's prot 1, which is not brilliant. Prot 2. Feather falling 3 on unbreaking. Feather falling 3 and depth strider. More stuff and more stuff. And in theory, that's protection 3. Bang. Extract. Wow, it's actually using levels. That's interesting. Pain in the bum, but interesting. Well, that's the one I definitely want. Extract. 20 levels. Wow. I mean, it's not a biggie. We can get levels left, right, and centre, but useful to know. Okay, that's not as good as the well. I mean, it probably is as good. It's just not as cheap. Is that the word I'm looking for? Maybe. Anyway, that's that. What else were we doing? We were going over there, back to the forge. We should have our 2 ingots of demon metal, which we can pop in there. I don't know whether we're going to get away with this or not. I think we're probably going to need whispering, apparently. I'm not entirely sure what that does, but can we? Demonic arrow. So it's lost that. Okay, that's good. Sorted. What are you? I don't know what kind of damage it's doing now, but I suppose we could always go and find out. What else was there? We've done that. I suppose we should just finish off by... no, I wanted farm. We should get the coal seeds in. That's always a good thing to do. We should get rid of those bits of crap. And maybe just run up to the nether briefly and one-shot a few mobs, see how this arrow does. But I think on that note, we are probably about done for this episode of I've just got back from holiday. Whoa. Die. Bad mob. Okay. Well, that definitely works. yeah, but I think on that note we'll call it an episode. It's mainly been bits and bobs, but we've got somewhere with that now. I do need to do a few things around the place. I need to get 5 chicken nosto running to get lots of cake when we get. Oops, yeah, that's doubly not. We do need to get rid of you, of course, but that's not bad going. That's pretty reasonable levels of return on that. Was there experience in this tank? I can't remember. There should be. What we got? Oh yeah, lots. Liquid XP. Used to be able to. There's an XP. Used to be an XP shower. Yeah, I will try and plan a little bit more ahead for XP tap. Oh, okay. Thought there was an XP shower. There probably is somewhere or something to take liquid XP, but we'll sort that out next episode. Until next time, I'm back. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.